Alright, you lot. So, I've just realised that I've deleted the first half of this video by mistake. So, I'm going to have to quickly explain to you what happened, just so you've got a rough idea of what actually happened. So, I went out down to a field and to give this 25 a bit of a test run. And it did fire up, then it conked out, and then the one-way bearing decided it didn't want to work anymore. It gripped for like half a second, and then that would be it, no grip. And obviously I couldn't start it with that one-way bearing, because, well, it's just a roto start, isn't it? And that was pretty much it. On that, while I was doing that, a subscriber pulled up and I had a quick chat with him, showed me his FG Marder. It was very nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I thought I'd better just give you a little bit of context, because otherwise you're just going to see me repairing it and you're not really going to realise what happened before and why I needed to repair it. But yeah, simply went to go and give it a test drive, and the one-way bearing decided it weren't going to work anymore. So that was part one. Well, part one. That was the first half, obviously, and then we move on to the second half, which is what you're going to see in a minute. Great. I'll see you lot. Well, I won't. You'll see me in a minute. Well, half a second. Less than that. Love it. Okie dokie then, you lot. So we're a couple of days later now from the bit that you just saw when we was in the car park, chilling out, relaxing, trying to get this Savage to, well, I wanted to give it a bit of a test drive, didn't I? But the main issue was the one-way bearing on the roto start has given up. So we'll have a look. I might have a one-way bearing to put on it, I might not. So literally we're just going to take it apart, see if we can diagnose it. Well, we know what the problem is, but you know, have a look at it and get it going. If we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. Nevertheless, we'll do something about it. I've got this little tub of, little box, whatever you want to call it, container of one-way bearings, and there is some more somewhere. I don't know where they are, but there are some more somewhere. So what we're going to do is take the engine out and see what we can come across. There's many more things I should be doing right now. I mean it this time. There really is many things I should be doing right now. However, I don't like to leave things unfinished. Or do I? I don't know. I don't think I've quite decided yet. Maybe I do like to leave things unfinished, or maybe I don't. I don't think I can really decide what I like to do. But that means I'm going to use my worn out Allen keys. So I'm probably going to strip all the heads off. Oh no! I actually did as well. I was only joking. But it looks like I actually did. Right, okay. Let's get the ratchet that always takes me knuckle skin off. And see, is that one going to fit? Nope. That's too big. They're all too big. What have I done with it? Oh, it's here. Right. Oh, dearie me. Right, let's move that drink out of the way. Put this here. Now, I know. You don't need to tell me. Get yourself a new socket set. No, I know. I'm too tight for that. I'd spend all my money on the kids and bloody everything else. But this is absolutely fine. You don't need to panic. The only trouble is the socket's not going to fit down there, is it? Oh my giddy on. Right, okay. Not a problem. What we'll do is we will go over here. You can't see me, can you? Hopefully you can still hear me. I don't know if you can still hear me. Hello there, Johnny boy. Hello there, Johnny boy. Get this one here. What's that one? 1.5. 3 millimetrics. That's what we want. 3 millimetrics. Hopefully this one's... Oh no. Oh, they're all worn out. Oh my God. This is a serious... I bet this 5-minute job, right, to simply take out an engine, a 5-minute job to simply take an engine out and have a look at it to see what the hell's going on, is going to turn into a bloody nightmare again. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles, and that's what we like. We love doing this kind of stuff. Remember that. We love it. if anybody says to you, what do you love in life? What is it in life that you love? Remember that you must say, there's no ups and downs. You must say, I love taking mechanical things apart, and I love it when they break and you come across rusty bolts, strip out, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's what I live for. If nuts and bolts didn't strip out and if heads didn't round off, I wouldn't be doing it. I'm not interested in doing anything else. You must remember to say that, because if you don't, you're kidding yourself. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, is there anything else to it? I think the answer to that is definitely no. Where's the other bolt? There it is. Oh. I'm gutted. I'm gutted that none of them stripped out. Oh, I really am. Right, let's use the worn out one now just to run them out. That's alright. Oh, look at that. Oh, beautiful. Put that on there. So we've got to take the engine out because we've got to get to the roto start and we've got to get to the one-way bearing. You see, so that means it's an engine out job there, Johnny boy. And Johnny boy has come back. I found out where he was this whole time. He was on a park bench and he was lost. And I walked past it the other day. I see him. I said, Johnny boy, what are you doing? He said, I don't know. I said, what do you mean you don't know? He said, well, I was just on this bench. And I've been on the bench for weeks. I said, is that where you've been this whole time? Like, we've been looking for you, John. He said, yeah. I've just been sitting here. I said, oh, we was worried about you. I mean, all the viewers and everyone was all worried about you. And you were just chilling out on the bench. Have you eaten anything? He said, no. I said, blimey, you look a bit fatter than you were. He said, well, I haven't eaten anything. I said, all right, okay. So just sort of chilling out on the bench the whole time. And no one knew anything about it. Yeah, pretty unbelievable if you ask me. But anyway. Oh, bloody hell. Forgot to undo the throttle, didn't I? What an idiot. Let's get it off somehow. There it is. Right. Get rid of that. See you later. Alligator. Excuse me. One roto startage. Let's take off the old jam sandwich. God, I do like a jam sandwich, isn't it? I do, I really do. I do like a jam sandwich. What type of jam do you like? Raspberry? Strawberry? Maybe you don't like it. I mean, blackberry jam's nice. I like marmalade as well, though. It's been a long time since I had a marmalade sandwich, I'll tell you that. A long old... Blimey! We've got some grass growing on the side of the engine. Probably a nice idea that we did take this off, I suppose, because old Simon, Mr. Simon, the bloke who owns this particular Savage 25, he did ask me to clean it. And I haven't yet got round to it, but looks like we'll be cleaning this at the same time, and it looks like the threads on that are a bit stripped out. But that's okay, we'll just ignore that one. And go for these ones instead. Happy days. Oh, I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. The other day, right? The other day I was in a shop. And I was talking to myself as usual. And a lady next to me told me that I should buy a ham sandwich instead of a bacon sandwich. And I said to her, what would you rather be doing now? Would you rather be here or would you rather be somewhere else? She said, no, I'd rather be on a beach somewhere. I said, are you sure? I mean, this is paradise. Absolute paradise. She didn't agree. She did not agree. I think there's something wrong with her. I think she was something wrong with her. She was. Who would rather be on a beach somewhere now? No one. I mean, this is the pinnacle, the absolute paradise of life, you know. We were in a shop. We were in a shop full of foreigners. Felt like I was in a different country. But where would I rather be? Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. I don't know. Right, let's get some, while we're at it, I'm getting distracted. That's what we needed to look at, this one-way bearing. But I'm distracted now. I'm going to have to clean this off. Look. A bit of brake cleaner. Bit of brake cleaner there. Make sure we get loads of it down the exhaust port, so we wash all the oil off the piston. Very important to do that. Right, what do we need now? Oh, there we go. My toothbrush. Every time I use it, it does taste a bit funnier. I do make sure I wash it after every time, but I think it must be good for my teeth though, because I do feel extra clean every time I brush my teeth now, so that's good. I'm pleased about that. And yeah, I might have to fire up the compressor, and see if I can blow some of this dirt away with a bit of compressed air. Let's fire it up. Let's fire up the beast. Right, the beast is fired. Probably quite noisy, but we should be able to blow quite a lot of this dirt and grime away with a bit of compressed air. With any luck. A little bit more brake cleaner. Oh yes. Make sure it's going everywhere. All over my battery charger. Yep. Gotta make sure it's going everywhere. Right. Now we got a bit of air. Let's get the old gun over. Now, we should, bloody thing, this airline's a little bit short, but let's see. Coming up well. Oh, it's like brand new. Oh, Simon's going to think I'm putting a new engine in it. Huh, shocking. Look at that. That's perfect. Couldn't ask for better than that. Right. Switch that off. Look at that, you lot. Oh man, that's absolutely perfect. Brand new. Look at it. I bet it wasn't even that clean when it came out of the box. Anyway, what are we doing? Right. One-way bearings. So, I've got... Oh, I didn't clean that yet, did I? That's a bit annoying. Roto startage. We'll make sure we get the old roto start clean, because, well, why not? I mean, we'll clean the rest of it. Let's clean this. Now, hopefully it is just a one-way bearing. I can't see it being a little gear thing in here. There's like a little cog that goes around and does some stuff and then says, "Hey, John!" And John doesn't reply because John doesn't live inside it. He lives somewhere else. That's what we want. Is if you want a bit of bearing, put that there. Now, these are all old second-hand bearings. None of these are brand new. However, they do probably not work. Hopefully they do. You never know. I think that's a brand new one, actually. Never mind. So we want one that looks like this. So that one there looks completely identical. So that's the broken one. Make sure we don't get them mixed up. I've completely forgotten what way around it needs to go now. Not that way. that way. So let's put that on there. Let's do up the screws. And then all we've got to do now is go and get the rotor start, which I ain't got a bloody clue where it is, to be honest. I think I'll put it, I think it's probably still in the bag. We'll do this up. Oh, that's why it's not stripped out. Look, can you see? There's a bit of it missing. If we ever get a focus on it, which we probably won't because there's far too many gays around here. There is. Bit of it snapped off the corner. So that one's never going to do up. I was thinking about retapping that, but then I realised that it snapped off. So that's never going to work. So I'm not going to do anything with that. That's just the way the cookie crumbles with that. Right, let me go and get the roto start. And I'll be back in a jiffy. Right, here we go. Let's see if it works. Well, that's that mended. Great. Well, I don't know if it is actually mended properly, but it's definitely different to how it was before. So we're going to consider that as a win and move on with life. So let's go and get the car back and put the engine back in. And then if it fires up and runs and all this stuff, I'm not going to be able to go and drive it now, but at least we've addressed that problem. Hopefully we should be able to fire it up. I think the grumpy neighbour from next door is probably at work because today's a Monday. I know, I'm lucky, I got a day off work. So he's probably at work by now. So we should. I'm just going to get a bit of air, bit of brake clean, a bit of air, clean out in there. But yeah, if he's at work, I should be able to fire this up and give it a bit of a... Because I can't run anything while he's around because he just gets the hump. He just moans about it. He's one of them type of people. So I'll give this a bit of a clean and then be back. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Who the hell is Lucy? Don't know. I've only ever known a couple of Lucies in my life and I don't know where they are. But they could be anywhere now. Absolutely anywhere. Could be living it up somewhere in a hot beach, or could be working in Tesco somewhere. You just never know. Every time I see someone called Lucy, I go, "Are you Lucy?" Anyway, let's put the exhaust back on because it's, well, it doesn't really make any difference. It is, you can put the exhaust on with the engine in, but a lot of the time it's just as easy to put it on. Well, what are you trying to do to me? Eh? Look at that. For the love of... I haven't got any spare ones. Well, that's... Look. I mean, what is it? What is going on? What is it playing at? I mean, honestly, I haven't got any spare. What's that? Is that one? That might be one. Oh, I know what this one is. This one's a one-off for me bloody buggy. Okay. Simon, you can have it. You can have it, mate. I'll give it to you. If it'll fit. Right, so now I've got to go and buy a new gasket. But that's okay. That's okay, because this one's gone to a good cause. Put that one on there. That goes through there. Where's me long nose pliers? There we go. And then we get that. I can't believe how clean this thing is now. I mean, it looks... Where's it gone? Oh, it's there. I thought it went out the door then. The bloody spring. What was I saying? Yeah, I mean, anyone who sees this now is going to think this is a brand new. They're going to go, blimey, you've got a brand new Savage 25. And I'll go, nope, I just cleaned it. You know, it's an old one, I just cleaned it. That's all that's happened. And they'll go, no, that's not been cleaned. That's never been dirty. And I go, ho, it was dirty, all right. It was dirty, But now it's not. And they'll go, whoa, well, you know, you've done a jolly good job there. Well, oh, you bastard. And I'll go, I know. I bloody well know. And I slipped my wrist open and nearly bled to death in the meantime. Right, I stitched my wrist back together. Now I'll put this back in. That's it. That's it, jam that in there. Happy days. Let's turn it over. Oh yeah, we've got to mesh it up, haven't we? Mesh it up. Johnny Boy was good at that before. I don't know whether he still is. Let's go ask him. Okay. John Boy, John! Are you still any good at the mesh? I don't know. Do you know what I've heard? I've come across, I realised something the other day, right? No one has ever heard Johnny Boy speak. I mean, we don't even know if he can. Can he speak? I mean, he speaks to me, but he doesn't speak with a voice when he speaks to me. Do you know what I mean? It's like a, I mean, what is it? What do I call it? It's like a, what is it? It's like a wave. You know, it's like a sound wave. I go, hey, Johnny Boy! And he just sort of submits a signal to me and tells me what he wants to say. And I go, all right then, John. You know, it's pretty serious. Pretty serious, you know. But I don't know if anybody else can pick up that signal. You know, if anybody else can understand what old Johnny Boy's saying. I don't know. So, maybe one day, not them ones, maybe, oh, we've got to do the mesh, hang on. Maybe one day, you know, something tells me this bloody, that's too tight. Something tells me that this reverse, this bloody, this diff probably doesn't work because, well, oh, it does. Alright, well, at least the diff seems alright. I don't know if the reverse module, whatchamacallit, jiggamy figamy, is actually set up properly, but that's something else we're going to have to work out. The reason why I never got the reverse on any of my savages is because I just don't like it. It's a pain. I mean, I'm the most positive person you could ever meet, but it is a pain. And I know some of you will have it and you'll go, no, it's alright, it's fine. But you know, it can be a bit of a nuisance. And I had a mate back years ago who had it on his Savage, and it was always playing up because we could never get it set properly. It would never quite go into gear, you know, and then it would strip a cog out, and then we'd have to fanny with that, put a new one in, and I was just like, I'm not having that. I'm not having that there, John. Dear Johnny Boy, dear Johnny Boy, dear Johnny Boy. You see, John then, I didn't know Johnny Boy then. I didn't know him. And if I had have known Johnny Boy back at that time, I would imagine he would have said, no, we don't want that. And I would have said, okay, thanks, John. Wise man, you know. But I took it upon myself to decide that I didn't want it. And I think it paid off. Well, seems alright. Right. Oh, got to put that on yet. Got to put that one on yet. Yep, put that there. We've had a bit of a destruction. Everything's just got a bit Pete-tong, but that's okay. So put that on there. Oh! That can go through there. Like that. Yes! Right then. Johnny Boy's gone to have some lunch. Don't know why, it's nowhere near lunchtime. Where's the time? Just gone 9:15 in the morning now. So it's nowhere near lunchtime, but he said, I'm going to go and have some lunch. I said, alright John, no problem. You go and have some lunch. Make me feel hungry. So this goes on here like that. This is the main fuel pipe. Now that normally goes through the bottom one like that, up through the top one like that, and then onto the carburetor like that. That's how that should go. We've got a full tank of nitro. For some reason it's gone, well, it's gone like a weird orangey, it's not even orange, it's like a see-through. It's gone like water for some reason. Don't know why, probably is water, but that's fine, we can just deal with that later on in life. Now let's take that off of there. Shall I get the transmitter? Shall I see, make sure that's alright? Nope, let's just open up the throttle. Oh, I didn't put it on yet, that would be, well, that would have been a good idea to connect the throttle up, I suppose. Yeah, I think you're right. I know I'm right. I know, you don't need to tell me. I mean, yeah, I should have put that boot back on there while I had the engine off, but I didn't. And you know, that's just the way life goes. Sometimes you realise things after you've done something else. There we go. That's on now. Right, let's open that up. Blow down a bit of pipe. There we go. That's it primed. Throttle is shut. Glow starter. Have I got a glow starter? No. We need a glow starter. Let's get this one. This is a good one. Now, let's see whether our problem solving and fixing has actually fixed the problem. Are we ready? Are we steady? We are go. Oh, bloody. I wonder if the glow plug is even working, to be fair. That might have been part of our problem, I think. Well, obviously it was working fine when I test fired it the other day. Well, actually, it was a few weeks ago now. I test fired it and it worked fine. But it might have gone Pete Tong in the meantime. So let's have a look. It is working. Not quite to the end, but it is working. I wonder if that glow starter might be a little bit flat. Let's try a different one. Let's try this one. Then again, I haven't charged this one for a few months either. It probably might do with a new plug, to be fair. What have I got in here? That one's working all the way. It hasn't got a washer, so let's take the washer off the old one. Put the washer on the new one. And stick it in. Oh, still haven't got myself a new spanner that actually grips the plugs. But that's alright, don't worry, I've got pliers. There we go. There we go, that's it. That's what we want. That can go in there. Great. New plug. Oh, glow starter. Let's see if we're going to run now. Oh, come on. Here we go. Eh? Why are we not? It's got everything it needs. That should be running like an absolute dream. Hold on, let me just put this filter back in. Don't really need the filter while we're testing it, but I'll put it in anyway. like that. Make sure we've got no gaps around the edges. Might just have to heat it up a little bit. That might be what we need to do. I suppose, actually, what I'll do, let's take that filter out, put that there. Where's me fuelage? Now, the other day, when I was out in the field, I put a little bit down here. Whoa! That was absolutely perfect. Normally I put far too much in, but this time it's perfect. Yeah, I put a little bit down there and it did fire up, so let's see. Well, we know the exhaust doesn't seal. We know that much. For those of you that didn't know, if that ever happens to you, all you got to think is the engine needs air. So when you get something like that, just put your finger or something in the air filter. If the exhaust isn't sealing, put your finger in the air filter, because then obviously you're blocking off all the air. It can't suck in any air, it can't run. If it can't suck in air, it can't run. An engine is essentially just a pump. It pumps air. It sucks it in there and pumps it out the exhaust. It's effectively what it is. It sucks in fuel and pumps it out the exhaust. It's just a pump. So if it can't get air, it can't run. And the same applies to a full-size engine as well, particularly a diesel. When they run away, which is when they run on their own oil, or if the diesel pumps at it, the seals are gone, it might, like injectors are gone or something like that, it will keep pouring diesel in. And you might shut off the diesel, the plunger for shutting off the fuel, but it won't work because all the seals are gone, for example, or the injectors might be stuck open or something. Cut off the air supply, it'll stop. I had to do that with a forklift not too long ago, because it was going up a ramp onto a low loader and it was running, and as it was starting to go up the low loader up the ramp, all the oil in the sump was getting sucked up through the breather or whatever was happening. I don't really know where it was being sucked up, probably through the crank breather. And it started to run on it, and I knew it was going to start to run on it because it started chuffing out blue smoke. And then it just ripped up, and everyone was panicking, and I was like, cut off the air, cut off the air. So then we started ripping all the air filter apart. When it was revving, it was past any sort of rev limiter because it wasn't being regulated. It was revving and revving and revving. I think it weren't far off from blowing up, to be fair. We managed to get all the air filter off, and we got this, it was a pallet, ripped off one of the slats of a pallet and stuffed it over the intake, and that stopped it. But it's running now. It's not got as much power as it did, but it's a forklift, so it doesn't really need a lot. It's a bit funny now, but we saved it just by cutting off the air supply. I think the valve that stops that is called a Chalwin valve. I'm not really sure. Chalwin valve. I'm not really sure what it's called, but there is a valve that should be on the crank breather or somewhere that stops the oil being sucked up or blown in. Particularly when you get it a lot of blow by, it can blow it in. Anyway, slightly off topic. So we've mended the one-way bearing. The engine runs. We might have a little bit of a blockage in the carburetor, but I think it'll be fine. I don't want to run it too much because I'm not sure if the neighbour next door has actually gone to work or not. And it's just, all he ever does, he just comes and moans at me about it, and I don't like being moaned at, so I'm perfectly happy. I know that it runs. I know the one-way bearing is mended. Yeah, we've got no more problems. Happy days. I couldn't ask for more. Could I ask for more? I don't think I could. I think that's it. So I think now we're fully ready for an actual test drive. That won't be happening now for a couple of days or weeks, perhaps, it depends. I've got loads of other stuff to be doing as always. But I do need, well, I don't know if it's worth it or not, but I need to try and fabricate a way to put an aerial tube on there so that stops that from being damaged. But we'll work out whether the gearbox is any good. I did notice, I don't know whether you noticed, but when it started to run, it did start to want to try and drive. So it is working. the gearbox, the diff is, and the boxes. I think it might just be that the linkage for the reverse bit might not quite be set right, so it kind of goes in between, which is like a neutral. But anyway, it started to want to drive, so that's all that matters. Got a semi see-through fuel. Happy days. Well, you lot, thanks for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Stick around for that. There's a button if you want to press it. It's up to you, and that means that you can stick around and have a nice time with us. Me and Johnny Boy, Lucy, and whoever the other one was. I forgot what their name was now. Yeah. Good old Savage 25. We love a Savage 25. I think a Savage is probably the best RC car ever made. Put in the comments what your opinions are. Is a Savage the best RC car ever made? I think it is. I think it is. Iconic, great fun, very rarely break down, and easy to work on, apart from the steering. Bloody hate the steering. Cheerio, you lot. All the best. Love, love.